Hi, tonight from Groovy Entertainment. Today we're gonna record a play for you. Today, record Raggedy Ann and Andy, Happiness album for 1981. So let's get started.
In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, it's a wonderful place to be. You learn to live by what you feel and not just what you see. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, it's a marvelous place to start. You learn to listen with your ears and also with your heart. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, friends are meant for caring, gifts are meant for sharing. It's much more fun that way. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, there's no problem that can't be solved. Everybody gets involved and things get done that way. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, you'll find it's a handy world. And if you've got a raggedy point of view, you can make a Raggedy Ann and Andy world come true. Raggedy Ann and Andy, Raggedy Andy and Ann. If anyone can help you find it, you know the Raggedy's can. There's the camel with wrinkled knees and Raggedy Arthur too. They're waiting to share their raggedy world with you. In the Raggedy Ann and Andy world, it's a wonderful place to live. You'll find instead of getting, it's much more fun to give. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, it's a marvelous place to meet. You'll find out any friendship is a two-way street. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, every day is brighter, every load is lighter, and someone there to share. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, every sky is clearer, every goal is nearer, with friends who really care. In a Raggedy Ann and Andy world, you'll find it's a dandy world, and if you choose the raggedy thing to do, you can make a Raggedy Ann and Andy world come true. Raggedy Ann and Andy, Raggedy Andy and Ann. If anyone can help you find it, you know the Raggedy's can. There's the candidate Arthur too. They're waiting to share their raggedy world with you. They're waiting to share their raggedy world with you. They're waiting to share their raggedy world with you. It had been raining all morning. Marcella sat by her playroom window and looked out sadly. A gray blanket of clouds covered the sky, and big drops of cold rain dripped from the pipe and collected in a big puddle just outside the back door. It is bad enough when it rains during the week, thought Marcella, but today is Saturday, the only day of the week when she could do all the things that Saturdays were meant for, like jumping rope or playing in the garden. Today she had planned to take Raggedy Ann and Andy out to play under the old chestnut tree that stood in the very back of the backyard. But the rain had spoiled all her plans. Marcella caught a glimpse of her face in the rain-covered window pane. Not very pretty, she thought, but then no one looks pretty when they are frowning. Marcella was not the only unhappy one in the playroom. From their perches on the shelf and leaning in the corners, all the dolls were watching her closely.
I just hate it when she's sad,
whispered Raggedy Ann to her brother.
I know just what you mean. I feel miserable too,
he replied softly. Even their dog, Raggedy Arthur, and the camel with wrinkled knees looked on in dismay, for there was nothing they could do to cheer the little girl up. Suddenly, Marcella turned away from the window. She had decided to go downstairs and help her mother in the kitchen. Quickly, she crossed the room, turned off the overhead light, and closed the big oak door. Now that she had left the room, the dolls could speak without having to worry about being heard. The camel spoke first.
Oh my golly, I get all choked up which is in a state like this.
sobbed the camel with wrinkled knees.
But I do know how she feels. I don't much like this damp weather myself, you know. I get all floppy.
You mean floppier.
Teased Raggedy Andy.
You're already the floppiest toy in the playroom.
Oh, well, you'd be floppy too if you'd been around as long as I have.
Smiled the camel as he wobbled his way out from under the table where Marcella had last left him. Raggedy Ann and Andy held hands and jumped down from the shelf.
Ooh.
They landed in a soft heap on the floor.
Well,
Said Raggedy Ann after she had collected herself.
no matter how bad things get, they certainly won't get any better by complaining about them. You've got to do something more positive than that. Suppose you're dressed for walking and the rain comes pouring down. Will it clear off any sooner because you scold and frown? And wouldn't it be nicer for you to smile and pout and so make sunshine in the house when there is none without? Suppose that every time it rains or snows, you wore a sad and gloomy face. You would be a sorry case. Suppose you find your lesson is very hard to get. Will it make it any easier for you to sit and fret? And wouldn't it be wiser than waiting like a dunce to go to work in earnest and learn the thing at once? Suppose that every mood or face you chose would follow you throughout the year. You'd be smiling ear to ear. Suppose the world can't please you, and the way some people do. Do you think the whole creation will be altered just for you? And isn't it, my boy or girl, the wisest, bravest plan? Whatever comes or doesn't come, to do the best you can. Suppose that every mood or face you chose would follow you throughout the year. You'd be smiling ear to ear. Just suppose.
Well, I suppose you're right.
Said Raggedy Andy.
On a rainy day like today, it makes more sense to look on the sunny side of things.
That's right.
Said Raggedy Ann.
They say that every cloud has a silver lining.
And it's darkest just before the dawn.
Remembered Raggedy Andy.
And the bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Said the camel in a proud and serious tone.
I'm afraid I don't exactly see the connection.
Said Raggedy Ann.
But at least your heart is in the right place, even if your mind isn't. Now let's play a game. Everyone will take turns and tell us what it is that makes them happy.
Oh, let me go first. I want to be first, please.
Exclaimed Raggedy Andy.
Easy there, Andy boy. Before you pop a stitch,
Said the camel.
you can go first.
Raggedy Andy pulled himself up onto the top of the toy chest and began to speak. Everyone listened closely.
So many things make me happy that it's hard to know where to begin. I'm happy when I'm playing with Raggedy Arthur. He likes to hide under the furniture and I try to find him. It's a whole lot of fun. It makes me happy. when Raggedy Ann tells me of all the adventures she has when Marcella takes her out into the world.
That was very nice,
said Raggedy Ann.
I'll have to remember to tell you my stories more often. Now, how about you, Mr. Camel? What makes you happy?
The camel with the wrinkled knees was leaning against the leg of a chair as he began to speak.
Well, since I'm a camel, the things that make me happy are a little different from the things that you folks like. My idea of happiness is finding a watering hole in the dry desert, or a really hot day with the sun beating down on my humps, or a big basket filled with juicy dates. Of course, I'm happy staying here with you two and with Raggedy Arthur.
I guess it's my turn now,
said Raggedy Ann.
I'm happy when springtime comes and Marcella takes me along with her when she goes out playing. Of course, one time she left me out in the yard all night. I wasn't very happy about that. It took me one whole week on top of the radiator just to dry out. I'm happy in wintertime when we have big, fancy tea parties here in the playroom. I'm even happy on rainy days like today because it gives us all a chance to sit together like this and talk.
I'm tired of talking.
Said Raggedy Andy.
Let's do something else.
But what?
Asked the camel with wrinkled knees.
I can't think of anything.
Raggedy Ann scratched her red yarn hair and thought for a moment.
I got it!
She exclaimed as she jumped up and hurried across the floor.
What is she up to?
Asked Raggedy Andy.
Well, I'll be darned if I know.
Replied the camel.
Okay, now I need some help. I want to get up to the top of the table, but I'm much too small to reach it by myself. Would you please boost me up?
Raggedy Andy, the camel, and Raggedy Arthur all pushed and shoved, and after 2 unsuccessful attempts, Raggedy Ann found herself on top of the table. There by the lamp was a beautiful Swiss music box that Marcella had received as a gift last Christmas. Ann wound the key on the side of the box, and when she opened the lid, the whole room was filled with lovely music.
We will dance!
Exclaimed Raggedy Ann as she jumped down from the tabletop and landed in an unladylike heap on the floor.
Dance?
Asked the camel.
I'm not sure my wobbly legs are very good at dancing.
Anyone can dance!
Said Raggedy Ann as she gathered herself up and began to waltz around the room.
Just watch! Come on, Andy, let's show him how! Brother, come and dance with me. Both my hands I'm up for thee. Right foot first, left foot then, round about and back again. With your foot you tap, tap, tap. With your hands you clap, clap, clap. Right foot first, left foot then, round about and back again.
Oh, I think I understand, Raggedy Ann. Look at this, watch me. Sister, come and dance
shop. Happy as a kite on a windy day. Happy as a puppy dog's tail. Happy as a catcher with a double play. Happy as a sailor with a sail. Happy as a crab living at the bottom of the deep blue sea. Happy as a star shining at the top of a Christmas tree. Happy as an I that's dotted. Happy as a T that's crossed. Happy as a Guinevere that's Lancelotted. Happy as a salad that is tossed. Happy as a duck splashing in the puddle in the pouring rain. Happy as a bucket full of little minnows and a fishing cane. Happy as a toothache that stops. Happy as a phone that's ringing. Happy as a snowman when the temperature drops. Happy as a song that you can't stop singing. Over and over again. Over and over again. 'Cause every time I reach the ending, I keep singing. Over and over again. Over and over again. 'Cause every time I reach the ending, I keep singing. Over and over again. Over and over again. 'Cause every time I reach the ending, I keep singing. Over and over again. Over and over again.
By 2 o'clock that afternoon, things were looking a little brighter. The rain had stopped, and a few small patches of blue sky were starting to break through the gray clouds. Inside, Raggedy Ann, Andy, Raggedy Arthur, and the camel with wrinkled knees had been dancing all morning. Every time the music box would start to unwind and slow down, Raggedy Ann would wind it again and the dance continued. By now they were growing tired.
Can't we stop for a while?
Asked Raggedy Andy.
My feet are getting sore.
Oh, come on, just one more dance.
Replied Raggedy Ann.
Well, since you insist, Anne, I guess I might as well go for one more spin.
Said the camel.
And to think that I was the one that didn't want to dance. I'm awfully glad I tried it after all.
Everyone was so busy dancing that they forgot to listen for Marcella's return. Thank goodness Raggedy Arthur heard her coming towards the playroom. He began barking to warn the others.
Uh-oh.
Exclaimed Raggedy Andy.
Here comes Marcella. We better turn off the music and get back where she left us on the double.
Quickly, Raggedy Ann closed the lid of the music box and everyone scrambled back to their places. When Marcella came into the room, the whole Raggedy gang could tell that she was in a better mood. She was smiling. That made everyone very happy. Marcella stood in the center of the room and made an announcement. Although she knew that the toys couldn't talk, she wasn't quite so sure they couldn't hear. It seems that Mother had agreed that since the rain had stopped, Marcella could take 4 of her toys on a picnic out in the backyard. Marcella had spent the morning in the kitchen making little peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and she had a jar full of lemonade already packed away in her picnic basket.
Oh, dear.
Thought Raggedy Ann.
Only 4 of us can go on the picnic, and there must be at least 12 dolls here in the playroom. That means that 8 of my friends are going to be awfully disappointed. But I'm sure the ones who are chosen will tell all the rest about it, so that it will be just as if we had all been there.
Happily, the bad luck of the rainy day had turned into good luck for Raggedy Ann and her friends. Marcella's mother had insisted that because of all the mud in the yard, Marcella could only take along the dolls that would clean up easily. That meant that Raggedy Ann, Raggedy Andy, Raggedy Arthur, and the camel with wrinkled knees were all going with Marcella on her picnic,
Gosh,
thought the camel.
today's turning out to be a pretty good day after all.
Marcella gathered up all the Raggedy gang and headed out into the big backyard to play.
This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on his drum with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played two. He played knick-knack on his shoe with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played three. He played knick-knack on the tree with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played four. He played knick-knack on the door with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played five. He played knick-knack on the hide with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played six. He played knick-knack on his sticks with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played seven. He played knick-knack up in heaven with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played eight. He played knick-knack on the gate with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played nine. He played knick-knack on the line with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played ten. He played knick-knack one side bend with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home.
In the backyard, the grass was still a little damp from the morning rain. Marcella had her hands full, and so for the dolls it was a difficult journey. Raggedy Ann was safely tucked under Marcella's arm.
Gee, what a beautiful day.
Thought Raggedy Ann.
It's so nice to be outside.
Raggedy Arthur was stuck soundly in the picnic basket, but Raggedy Andy and the camel with wrinkled knees were not quite as lucky. Andy made the whole trip upside down, hanging by one leg and bobbing dangerously close to the mud.
Oh, I wish she'd take it easy.
Said Andy.
My head's getting awfully close to that mud puddle.
Meanwhile, the camel found himself draped over Marcella's shoulder in a most undignified position.
Golly, I hope we get there soon. I'm not too comfortable like this.
But in spite of their complaining, no one really minded the inconvenience. They were just happy to be out of that stuffy playroom and in the fresh outdoor air. All the trees in the yard had just begun to turn the most delicate shade of green that Raggedy Ann had ever seen. Small pink and white blossoms were budding on the branch tips of the fruit trees which ringed the garden. From deep underneath the crust of last fall's leaves, bright yellow-headed crocus pushed their way upward through the moist topsoil. It was there, behind a patch of daffodils, that Marcella and her friends finally stopped for the picnic. Marcella spread a large tablecloth out over the grass and began to serve the sandwiches and lemonade. The sun was shining brightly down through the branches of the trees and cast dappled shadows across the lawn.
Gee,
Thought Raggedy Ann.
I can't remember a time when I felt happier than I do this very afternoon.
Soon the day was almost over. The sun, which had warmed the afternoon, was setting out to the west behind the garden wall, and cool, cool air settled over the picnic grounds. It was time to go back to the house. Marcella's mother leaned out the back door and called them all to come inside.
It just goes to show
Thought Raggedy Ann.
anyone can make every day a good day just by looking for the good things.
So that was Raggedy Ann and Andy, Happiness album from 1981. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.